Labas visiems, hello everybody. Hello. How many of you guys can speak English? So you will understand everything, right? I see a lot of Mario fans. No, nothing? Nothing. Okay, of course, yeah, a lot. I have here with me Marina Menegon from Brazil, and she is the head of PR for Nobody Sausage. Does anyone know what is Nobody Sausage? Fans of Nobody Sausage here? Yes? These are short animated videos, very quirky, very funny of a dancing sausage taking on everyday life situations, but in a very warm, heartfelt way, and in a very maybe sarcastic and ironic way. But what we would love to know, Marina, is what was the idea behind it? How it came to life, the idea of dancing sausage, and how it all started?
Hi everyone, I'm sorry I don't speak Lithuanian. It's very nice to meet you. Labas. English is also not my first language, so if you guys don't understand anything, I feel like you translate it.
Someone's definitely got to translate it to them.
Yeah, okay. I'm Marina. I'm the head communicator and PR of Nobody Sausage, so I do all the communications. And Kyle is the creator behind Nobody Sausage and animator, but he mostly focuses on behind the scenes, and I'm, up front, the face of Nobody Sausage, kinda. But pretty much Kyle, the creator, he was a graphic designer, so he specialized in motion graphic design for mostly of his career, for over 15 years. And then out of the blue, he was like, I really want to try out character animation, which is a bit different, technical wise. It's very different from motion graphic design. And one day, it was pre-pandemic, a few months before pandemic hit, 2020. And he created a 2D, it wasn't even 3D, a 2D design.
So I think I saw the first ones. Yeah. They were very different to what the videos are now.
No, totally different. Very simple, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not simple for me. I would never do it the way he did it, in the first place.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's an art form in any ways.
Yeah, you're right. But it was very different from what it's now. And he was like, oh, let me just, try out the movements. And at first, Nobody Sausage wasn't kind of supposed to be a sausage. It was 5 tubes, which is very easy to animate. So 2 arms, a body, and 2 legs. And when he finished the 2D, he was like, oh, it really looks like a sausage. So let's call it Nobody Sausage. And he posted on TikTok, and overnight it became a hit. We had thousands and thousands and thousands of followers and comments, and it was really fun, but it was really out of the blue.
You remember the first video? What was it about?
Yeah, it was a dance video.
Just a dance video?
Yes, just doing some moves.
Okay, but why dancing?
I feel like TikTok was really big back in 2020. People really wanted to watch dance videos for some odd reason. And he picked out a trend. It was a famous song, and he just wanted to try out the moves with the 5 tubes that ended up looking like a sausage. And
is Kyle himself a dancer?
No, definitely not. No.
Are you?
No, definitely not. It's not based on us.
It's not based on you?
No, definitely not.
It's on the trendy dances of music videos and whatnot.
Yeah, pretty much.
How did you come to meet Kyle in the first place and start working with each other? Did
we're
you guys know your family?
We're family, yes.
Your family?
Yes, it's just the 2 of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not brother and
yes,
sister.
We are.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought backstage you said you're from Brazil, he's from Portugal.
No, he's also from Brazil. We're both from Brazil, yeah.
Okay, so your brother and sister, so it's a family-based business.
Yes,
oh my God, so convenient.
Yeah, just siblings working together, so it's really fun, I think.
So before, when he was working as a graphic designer for HBO, and you said Game of Thrones as well, Have you been involved in that work as well, or no?
Just started out with Nobody Sausage. I have a degree in communications. So when it got huge overnight, I started helping out with, comments and social media, because that was my expertise back then. And as I said, out of the blue, it became like a job for us.
But is it easy for you guys as a brother and sister? Because I think, growing up together, you would fight a lot, or... No, never?
No.
Never?
Never.
Who's older?
Oh, he definitely is.
He definitely is older.
No, because it's a 20-year gap.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That much?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's more of a older brother as even a father figure sometimes thing. Okay. So, and the creative process together, do you guys ever disagree or, small fights? Is it easy as a family working for one project?
Yeah, I think it is. I usually, Kyle is really great at creating stuff. He's got insights out of the blue, and it's really fun to see, and it's really fun to watch and join him. So we trust each other completely. And it works really well for us. It's been for, since the beginning of Nobody Sausage for 4 years.
4 years now. And I know you told me that before backstage, but I have to ask you this now. How much of yourself you are involved in the creative process? And I know maybe you're not doing the graphic designs or anything, but, suggestions for I saw this thing and maybe, it's a trend and you have to try it out now and do a short for it.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, I'm Gen Z, so I'm really on TikTok, and I'm also always sending him trends and everything I see and songs, but he's really active because he mainly focuses on, he just focuses on Nobody Sausage. It's like a 24/7 job. So he's really on social media, watching everything, not posting, but watching. So I usually send him trends and he's like, I've already seen it. But I usually mostly the creative process, it's Kyle. He's really, really good at it. He's a very, very good artist, I think. An artist before anything else.
Okay. Knowing that there's a huge platform for, as we might say, virtual influencers, right? Do you think in a near future, the lifelike influencers, like the real influencers, or you might say, might be extinct as dinosaurs?
That's a good question. I don't think so, but I think more and more people are adapting to avatars. I
mean, everyone's talking about AI right now, right? And humans are going to be pushed out of their workplaces and everything. And what about...
It's a hot topic.
It is a hot topic. It's a very hot topic.
Yeah, I think AI makes it easier to create your own character. So I think yes, but I also think it's kind of going to be double-sided. You are a human influencer, but you also have, your online avatar. So I think AI really helps with that kind of stuff. So for the near future, I really do think people are going to, have their profile as an avatar's profile.
With 30 and more million followers all over the internet. I mean, it's TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. How much of preparing and time you spend creating the videos, and how often do they come out? A week, a month? And do you know the exact number of the videos that are already online?
Yeah, mostly. From 4 years ago, probably be a bit longer to remember, but yeah, we mostly remember everything. It usually comes out a couple of times a week. It really depends if we're working with another brand, because we also do collaboration work. So since it's only Kyle and I, Kyle is the only animator behind Nobody Sausage.
Just the two of you.
Just the two of us, and it's the workflow is very heavy because animation takes a long time. So it usually depends, but from a couple of videos a month, weeks, sorry. And I feel like related to that question, a challenge of ours is understanding the different profiles and the different public from different social medias. So a video that works on TikTok probably a dance video doesn't really work well on Instagram. So we do have like this content challenge for each social media.
Okay, so knowing the difference in the algorithms, can you expand, talking about more about that, how you kind of come across that and the technicalities of knowing what parts suit for one platform and the other one?
Yeah, it's pretty much a big study behind it. Not anything very technical, but understanding your public. You have to understand your demographics. You also have to understand the users, the algorithm, as you mentioned. So we feel when we receive comments or messages, if people, and also, views, if people are watching or if they're not watching. So we really do feel quite a difference between like Instagram and TikTok and what works best in each platform, especially YouTube. YouTube, even though it's a video platform, we have some challenges there because of the content we produce. We don't really work with, longer videos because animation takes a long time. So we usually work like a few seconds video, like up to 20 seconds. And we feel like YouTube works best with longer formats. So it is a challenge, and we do feel it like, on the daily basis. We see the comments and we receive the messages and we see what works best. But it's pretty much, a personal feeling and studying your public.
And monetizing-wise, which platform works best, maybe for future creators here?
Yeah, for future creators, it's a bit different from a character than if you were like a human influencer. Not sure the laws, but it's a bit different from both influencers. But from virtual influencer perspective, YouTube usually works best with monetization, but we also do a lot of collab works, and we think it's really fun to explore, the potential that animation has to create a very nice collab with a brand.
When did that come in? Like, was it really like fast that the collab works approached you? And was it like, did it take you a year, or was it like half a year? And like, because we know you already work with Nike, Adidas, Bershka, other brands, other major brands. And yeah, let's expand about that. Is it a lot of pressure for you guys to work with these behemoths of the industry?
Yeah, actually, Kyle and I were very grateful for all the love we've received because, as I mentioned, overnight it became a hit, Nobody Sausage. So pretty much the clients and the brands started reaching out to us like a few months in. So that's why I say we started Nobody Sausage at first was an experiment. We were just, Kyle was playing out, and then I came in to help him out. And then all of a sudden it became this big brand, and it became a job. So it's kind of fun to see the transition. But after a few months, like a couple of months later, we also we started having requests for collabs. That's okay. And
I'm footsie with you now.
And our first client was already a huge client. Our first client was Samsung.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we created a video for them. It was really, really fun. And that's where it hit us that it was getting, real. But we're very thankful for everyone, especially that everything that the Nobody Sausage has gained and has become, it has all been organic, So, our first client showed up a couple of months later, and great brands ever since.
Yeah, amazing brands, and congrats for that. But you said these are short videos. Are there any plans, and you talked about expansion, to expand it, to scale the business into maybe, longer videos, maybe, and I know that you work with Netflix, maybe kind of gain a way into making TV series, animated TV series, shows, have your own virtual influencer cooking show or whatever,
I think it would be fun. But definitely. We have recently come out with a second YouTube channel, last week. It's called Nobody Sausage Hits, and there we post music videos. We have created, I think, like just a couple of music videos. And what's interesting in Nobody Sausage Hits, our YouTube channel, is that it's longer. So everybody has been asking for longer videos, and we understand. We also would like to have like a very long story and understand the world behind Nobody Sausage. So this is like the first sneak peek at what it could become. So we have 1 minute long music videos on this new channel, and we would also love to explore the new characters. We have recently come out with a cat, with a Nobody Sausage cat.
Okay, new characters, yes.
Yeah, new characters for the story. So hopefully soon enough, we would be able to explore the story behind Nobody Sausage, maybe become a TV show. I would love for that to happen.
These videos, they're quirky, they're fun. Do you think, and I thought of it while watching it, have you ever thought or done a research that these videos might have like a therapeutical sense for people watching them, or maybe already have the comments or reviews, or maybe even psychoanalysis about how it affects people watching your videos?
That's very kind of you to say. I can only talk about my perspective.
Okay, let's talk about your perspective.
My perspective is, I feel like people really enjoy Nobody Sausage because even though it's a sausage, it's very human. I think especially Kael, he portrays human emotions so well, you know. I know we started out as doing dance trends and dance videos, but I think it's become so much more than that. We really like to post, you know, like social life problems and social life situations, and I think everybody can relate to it. So I think
exactly, some of my favorite ones are the mood swing ones. Yeah.
And we also talk about mental health. So I think it's really nice and it's really touchy, you know, because, okay, you look at a sausage, but you can, wherever you're from or whatever language you speak, because we don't use any verbal voices, you know, just, you know, body language. So I think everybody can identify with Nobody Sausage because it's not a human form. It's a form. It's a sausage, and it's got human emotions and human problems, as I mentioned. And Nobody Sausage finds themselves in those weird or sometimes complicated or even sometimes, you know, mentally unstable situations that everybody can relate to.
Why, of all the characters you would choose on planet Earth, that would be a sausage?
Like famous character?
No. Why? Like not the characters, but beings in the world, or things. You know, it's a sausage.
It's a sausage.
It's a sausage. Why would Kyle think about the sausage in the first place?
It all started when
he was cooking.
When he was
breakfast.
When he was working on the tubes. It was 5 tubes and ended up looking like a sausage. And he's a huge fan of the movie Mr. Nobody. So he was like,
okay.
Oh, kind of looks like a Mr. Nobody sausage. And it became Nobody Sausage.
Oh, my God. Oh, did working with major brands and with this, this big, huge, vastly growing brand, Nobody Sausage, did that change your working perspective? And how do you approach yourself, the brands that connect with you and want to work with you? Because that sure is a load of work and a very huge load on your shoulders as well.
Yeah, I think it's changed for the better. It's also, as you know, as someone who graduated in marketing, it's really fun to see how brands are adapting to social media and adapting to virtual influencers. And adapting to artists, you know, we can propose a script and, you know, brands trust our judgment, trust Kael's judgment and my judgment that it's going to work on social media. So, you know, professionally wise, that involved a lot. But on a personal level, I think, especially for Kael, it has been great to be recognized as an artist. So he has all the freedom he wants to create, those crazy ideas. And it's really fun to see that the fans love it. You guys love it. So we're really thankful for it because you guys comment and you guys send us messages and you guys are very active on social media. And seeing for the first time you guys in public, we had never been to an event like in person with fans. So it's really nice to see that people relate to Nobody Sausage because we're usually behind the screens. So it's really crazy to see that, people relate to it and people love it as much as we do.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a bit about that because, as you said, Kyle, he keeps a low profile and hiding behind a sausage. Well, okay, he's not hiding behind it, but I mean, the main character, people know the sausage, but they don't really see the creator himself. Doesn't it affect him a bit, or he enjoys it on the other way around?
I honestly think you guys really know Kyle because he expresses himself through art. He's there. He's there. He's definitely there. You just don't see his face. But he has been doing that since he was a kid. He started out, he wasn't very good at communicating verbally. So he started out drawing, He wanted to express himself. So he expressed himself through arts since he was a kid. So it's really fun. I know him personally, but it's really fun to see and it's really interesting to see that he's there. He's not showing his face, but the videos, the problems that Nobody Sausage goes through, it's all Kyle, So it's really good to see.
So what does it really mean to you or Kyle, the term itself, virtual influencer, as a phenomenon in the world?
It's funny. We hadn't started calling ourselves virtual influencers. At first, we didn't even know it was a thing. Then people started calling us virtual influencers, so we kind of embraced it.
Did you set the trend of virtual influencers or no?
Maybe. No, just kidding. We also have like other virtual influencers, 3D characters. So it's really nice to see the world. It's not a very huge community, but it's there. I'm sorry.
Any rivals?
Writers?
Rivals.
No, all friends.
All friends?
All friends, yeah. It's really fun to see other people from the animation business.
Yeah, I was asking, what does it mean to you to be a virtual influencer? The term itself. But yeah, you already talked about you didn't even know you were a virtual influencer. So to expand maybe about that, now that you are maybe a token brand for virtual influencing. I guess we touched it a bit about pushing away humans from influencing. But I mean, do you see the world going more into that? Do you see the growing market for virtual influencers and growing character-wise as well?
Oh, definitely. I definitely do. I think with the advancement of social media and also the technology behind animations, I think it's going to become easier for people to have their own characters or their own avatars or their own animations, We don't use any AI. We do it, Kyle does it everything by hand, but we feel like it's going to get easier for people to have their own characters, and we think it's really fun, So I do think people are going to adapt more and maybe want to see themselves as a sausage or another character,
You said that the sausages don't really interact verbally. They only use sounds. Sometimes they sing along to other people's voices or songs. So how do they interact with their fans?
We mostly interact through messages. So it's mostly in English, even though we're all Brazilians and it's not our first language. Since our audience is from all over the world, we usually use English. So it's through the videos and through the messages and through the comments that we interact the most.
Was there any time you had to face, because you use a lot of, because you're very original, but you use a lot of content that is created by like other people, like songs and everything. So was there any time you had to face copyright infringements? Someone would say something like, "Oh, keep keep this out of your videos, or maybe on the other hand, you would find someone that is maybe copying what you're doing, and then you had to maybe sue them or anything. I don't want to talk about the bad things, but it's interesting.
Yeah, we usually tend to keep out of any copyrights issues, but social media is a very vast place, and a lot of it's very hard to create something original because everybody's already done something on social media. So what we usually do is we tag the creators. I think art is supposed to inspire other people, and you're supposed to be inspired by other people's art. So we usually tag the creator, and we think it's fun to, move around move around the market, honestly, because you tag a person, you tag a creator, and the creator tags you, and you start noticing other people's, creations. So we haven't had any troubles. I feel like just like a few song copyrights, and it usually takes down the song, but that's it. Yeah.
Have you ever worked with real life artists or doing voiceovers, or maybe because I've seen something with Rosalia? Am I right or no? Or that was?
I think no. I think maybe just the song. Yeah, but
you want to?
Oh, definitely. We haven't worked. I feel like one time a few years ago we've worked with another human life influencer, but we usually stick to brands. But it would be awesome to see Nobody Sausage interacting with other influencers, even human ones. Insert Nobody Sausage in a human life video.
Do you yourself approach the companies, or the companies and artists approach you in collaborating with them?
We're very lucky. We haven't approached any.
You haven't approached anything yet.
No, not like no brand. I think people really feel connected to the character and feel, the creative, the creative process and the creativity behind the videos. And it's very colorful and it's very fun. So we've been lucky all these years to be approached by other brands.
Has it ever happened that your videos, ideas didn't go through the social media policies, or they would ask you to take it down because it wasn't too family friendly or anything? Because one of the videos I loved so much, and it was so relatable, is when one of the sausages was washing in the shower and cleaning their butt with a soap, and then other sausage comes in and she's like, or it's like, oh my God, I washed my face with it. And that's how shower gel was created.
Yeah, we don't, that's a good question. I know Nobody Sausage is very cute and people relate it to kids, like a kid content, because it is an animation. When we tend to relate, animations with...
Oh, there's some animations,
Yeah, not for kids. So yeah, that's the same thing. Even though Nobody Sausage is very cute and very approachable, we don't restrict our videos to children content. So that's how we get away with it. Kind of like we also create like adult animation.
Oh, you do?
No, like they're showing the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not usually for kids like under 5.
But we do shower. Everyone does.
Yeah.
But how do you decide which trends to follow? Because there's so many now in the world. How does Kyle and you decide to okay, this one goes. This maybe we'll maybe work on later, or this isn't as good as that one.
That's very challenging. We think it's one of our biggest challenge because...
What are your favorites, by the way?
My favorite trends or my favorite videos? Trends. Okay. So it is a big challenge, especially because everything dies so fast on social media. Like it's trending like for a few days and then it's not anymore. And since we work with animation, Kyle takes a long time to, to produce it. It can be done in a day, So we're usually trying to, post it on the same week. So that's why we started, especially Kyle started focusing more on his own creative ideas instead of only following trends because of the time it takes to produce. So it's really, sometimes he's got like an insight and he's like, oh, Marina, I thought of this video, what do you think? And then he starts sketching the idea. So that's kind of bit like his creative process. He sketches the idea, shows me sometimes the idea and the it's not very like a storyboard, it's just some sketches. And he starts animating, and it really changes throughout. Maybe he started out animating a specific like idea one and ends up being like 4 ideas later, you know. So it's really fun to see, and it's like his creative process is kind of all over the place, and it works really well for him. It's not like, you know, it's not, how do I say this? Like strict, you know?
It's quite free in the creative process.
It's quite free, yeah. I feel like artists don't really like to feel caged in.
When you talk about it, it feels like there's no problems coming up. But do you ever occur any challenges while maintaining the character and its appeal?
Oh, definitely. I think when you're dependent on an algorithm, it's really challenging because it really depends on what is working, what is trending each week, if your public, how your public is going to perceive it, and people are watching and connecting to so many stuff all at once, you know. So it's really, you know, understand how to catch people's attention on social media, and it pops up a lot of stuff. So I feel like that's the biggest challenge, because sometimes it's frustrating when you post a video that you really like and you spend days and days working on it, and then Kyle posts it and he doesn't, you know, follow through. So
you yourself said you're Gen Z.
Yeah.
Do you ever maybe consult with your peers?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Some ideas?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sometimes we ask around. Gen Z always knows what's going on and what's like trending or not.
I asked you about trends, but what are your favorite videos of?
Favorite videos? I really like another one where it's it's a nobody sausage baby sticking their head inside of the fridge. I think it's really funny. I also like the one where the mom is vacuuming the house and making lots of noises. I personally really love the situationships. Like, you know, it's not the trends, but situations that you find yourself in. So it's very relatable. I like that kind of video.
I myself am a gym freak, so I would say one of my favorite ones. I think I have a picture on my phone. The one where a character drags someone maybe dead already, maybe it killed someone, and it drags it in the gym.
The gym,
but with a bent back.
Yeah.
And then the trainer goes like, "Hey."
No.
No. It's not the way you have to do it.
Your posture is totally wrong. Yeah, correct the posture.
So yeah, so I mean, like, some of the content is quite like, okay, it's quite adult, but in a way it's very light-like.
It's fun.
It is fun.
Refreshing, I think.
Do you yourself, when you watch those videos, do you feel like dancing?
Yeah.
You know, go jump and dance.
Yeah. Jump and dance?
Yeah, jump and dance.
I'm not really a dancer, but I really like those, you know, you get the funny perspective of life stuff, life situations. I think it's really fun and find it very refreshing.
Do you ever consider of making a doll of a sausage and maybe bring it to conventions with you?
We launched it. We launched one.
Yeah?
It's on our stand. We launched our first very own plushies and also these sweaters.
But I mean, like a mascot, you know, where I would dress, like you would hire me when you're back in Lithuania again. You would hire me, and I would dress.
Do you think you would be able to sing for us?
To
Wearing
sing?
the costume.
Of course.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, we could do a collab there.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Definitely.
Next Comic Con.
In like Portuguese, Brazilian, in English.
You have to learn Portuguese. We have a year. I think you manage.
Well, teach me some words. Well, how's the sausage in Portuguese?
Salsicha.
Salsicha.
Salsicha, there you go.
Well, Lithuanian is very similar to...
there are some
we have like
words.
sounds which are similar. Going to an end of our discussion, and we're going to go to Q&A soon. Okay, last one. How do you envision the role of virtual influencers evolving in the next few years?
Okay. I think it really, my answer would involve the AI and systems and technologies being more accessible. Not very accessible, it's not, but more. I think there will be launched some softwares where people can create their own sausage, not their own sausage, we would love to see it, but create their own avatars and create their own animations. And I think it's gonna become easier and easier for people to have their own character, you know? So I see it evolving a lot and being more popular.
Where do you see Nobody Sausage going into the future? Expanding, of course. What's the place you're going to be in like a couple of few years? Because you already know where you're going.
I feel like Kael and I's biggest dream would be to have Nobody Sausage an entertainment icon. We really see the potential of expanding into different arts formats. We have recently, as I mentioned before, launched our YouTube channel just for music videos. So we started working with songs.
I already want to do this.
Yeah, you have to check it out. But also TV show and products. So we really see ourselves becoming like an entertainment icon.
Speaking about products, can you model for us?
Can I model?
Can you model for us right now? Yeah. Because this is one of the merchandise products Marina brought with her to show to us. This is Nobody Sausage Cardi.
Yeah, we have two. We have a couple of cardigans, and it's really pretty.
It is pretty. It's very colorful as the
I love
character.
it.
Yes.
It has Nobody Sausage. It has to be colorful.
What would you like to say to the audience for someone who wants to maybe someday have their own virtual influencing trend or company, and something to wish for our younger audience and not so young as well? I see. Yeah, that's nice.
I feel like it was one of the biggest thing that Kael has taught me is to never give up on your dreams. I know it sounds cliche, but it really is true. Like Nobody Sausage started out as a trial, started out as, testing out softwares. So if you really want to start something, just start it, You don't have to be perfect at it. It doesn't have to turn out the way you first imagined it. You just have to try it, and you will evolve. Like Nobody Sausage started out as 2D and now it's 3D, and we didn't even start out for the following. It just kind of grew organically. So I really think it's important for us to try out our dreams, even though if it doesn't, won't work out,
And one of the main comments probably I read on online where Kaya said, never lose your inner child. And speaking to you, I see that you're quite similar in that kind of case. And if not himself he portrays in those characters, I see a bit of you in there as well.
Thank
so,
you.
Happy, cheerful, quirky, and very nice and fun. Thank you to Marina. Applause. Do we have any questions for the creators of Nobody Sausage? No? Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
Is there some percent of content you do not show? Maybe it's too hardcore or for your own collection, or people are not ready for this, or I don't know.
Maybe there's I think I asked this, but we can answer it as well. Like maybe there's some percent of content which is too hardcore to show, and you don't even go there.
Oh, that's what he asked?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I really like your hat. Is that a Nobody Sausage hat? Well, it looks very similar. The eyes, I really like it. So you asked if there are any contents that we don't post? Yeah? Not usually. Usually, Kael feels like he really follows through with his ideas. What does change is sometimes in the middle of the creative process, he feels like there's a different timing, because when you work with funny videos, the timing is very important. So probably the ideas change throughout the creative process, but we usually don't, discard or don't post something that we think it's going to be too polemic or anything. We just, follow through with the ideas as best as we can.
Marina, I have one question. I have another one. Would Kyle agree to work with more people when you're expanding and when you're scaling? Because I know you're quite close, and that would be a hard case to follow. But I mean, is it a conversation at all?
I'm not sure if you guys know, because this question didn't come up. We talked backstage, but Nobody Sausage is a very tight and small team. It's just Kyle and I do communication, Kyle does the animations. So the workload is quite heavy, especially for him, because he's the only animator. So we think if we did expand and if we did started working with longer formats, like 10-minute long videos, we would definitely need a few more animators.
Yes. Gal dar klausimų? Yep, yra.
What's your least favorite kind of content that other people make?
That's okay. Let's see. It's not the least favorite. It's just I really like watching funny videos. So I feel like the dance videos for me especially are kind of saturated, you know? But sometimes it's good to find on those dance videos like trending songs. So, you know, to add it to your Spotify playlist.
Dar? No? How many new characters do you have already in mind you want to work on?
At the moment, we're working on another pet. So we launched a cat, and we're thinking of launching a dog. We think it's going to look super cute. And also different sausages.
For demographic-wise, do you ever think of like going into markets like, South Korea, China, and creating characters that would suit their demographic as well?
We have worked with South Korea before, and Nobody Sausage is huge there, and it was really, really fun. We previously worked with Duty Free.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
And we created like a minute-long video, so it's 2 videos, very traditional. So you can see Nobody Sausage in very traditional South Korean clothing. So it was really fun to explore. You think so? Yeah?
But they go through a portal?
Yeah.
I saw that one, yeah.
And it was really fun.
This panel actually like expanded my broader view about Nobody Sausage, definitely, and other animated shorts. Kalbat, girdžiu, kad kalbat labai daug, čia vat susėdę, bet paklauskit ko nors. Let's have some questions. We have shy people here. No? No? That's it? Viskas? Jūs gal dar paklausit kažko? Ne? That's it. Okay. Then that's it. We have to thank Marina for being with us here. She's gonna stay. Marina's gonna stay here for 3 days. You're gonna be here for 3 days, right? Tomorrow and then after tomorrow. Marina's gonna be here tomorrow and the day after. She's gonna talk about creating Nobody Sausage and then different panels, different questions, probably more videos and more information for you to find out about the trend, the brand, and the whole shebang. So thanks a lot to Marina again. Your applause. Go and watch some Nobody Sausage online on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and go and buy the merchandise.
Thank you.
Ačiū.